Hello on YouTube, hello on Twitch. Welcome to another episode of my Hearts of Iron 4 Let's Play series. This is Northstar. I hope you're well. Are taking care of each other and being kind to yourselves. For those new to my channel, check out my YouTube channel page. You can find all my prior videos in this playlist, and you can find my other Hearts of Iron 4 series. You can find series and everything from Hearthstone to Interstellar Transport Company. Lots of games, over 2 dozen, over 50 playlists. Some games like Pop-Up Dungeon, Crisis the Kremlin, Hearts of Iron 4 have multiple playlists. Others are Wildermyth as well. Others are just one. Well, many of them will be multiple eventually. Keeps it organized, you know, when I start a new run of something, or a different game mode. So, I'm playing, if the tag or the naming or something wasn't clear, I'm playing as Syria, communist Syria, but they are getting crushed by the United States faction. The world has had some interesting political developments, and I noticed something I think after I stopped recording last time. Probably should just hit continue, then I don't have to load this menu and still load the country. That was dumb. But you'll notice Occitania, right? They've periodically, in and out, been considered a major. Their factory count sometimes makes them a major, sometimes not. It kind of depends how some of the other, like, I forget exactly how many majors are done by factory count, but they fall in and out of the rankings. By the way, Polish-Romanian alliance, that means Poland and Romania guaranteed each other. Or that's normally what it means. I don't see any evidence that's actually occurring, probably because they're at war, but they should have improved relations with each other. Poland went improving opinion for what it's worth. I know about that. I know about that. What am I doing? Faction map views here. But then they couldn't join. It looked like they wanted to join the Northern International for whatever strategic reason. I don't understand AI. But they couldn't because they were 100% non-aligned, and they need at least 30 communist support. 30% of in their government. The population could theoretically be much more supportive or much less than whatever the government support is. Like Syria is 100% communist, and the government, the population is probably not 100% communist. There's probably still a lot of Islamists and fascists. Well, Islamists are more fascists. There's a lot of Islamists and monarchists and Democrats, capitalist Democrats running around in Syria for sure, even if the government has removed them from power. You know, this is just government status. Communist advisor plus raids plus banning the monarchist party what got me there. Eventually, I'm going to probably next need to save up some political power and swap this guy for fortification engineer. I'm going to need to build some forts, and then someday, elusive gentleman. Someday, if I last long enough. But anyways, France has a focus to take a faction, so even though they're a faction with the UK, they created the anti-fascist bloc with Poland, which is also non-aligned, so that worked. Although you can sometimes ignore ideology rules when creating focuses by factions by focuses. This brings France into a war with the Soviets. Poland is also eventually going to be at war with the Central Powers because France was already at war with the Central Powers, and also there's a Central Powers focus somewhere along the line that tries to bully Poland into the Central Powers. So I think the Austria has it. Or maybe I can see it, but it doesn't matter. They're going to merge up the wars. So really, this is more out of curiosity than anything. Control on the subjects. I may have removed the text after the world situation changed. I'm pretty sure they have something, or maybe that was Hungary, to mess with Poland. Doesn't matter. Poland will be swallowed up by the Soviets from one side and the Central Powers from the other. It's kind of like a World War II getting attacked from both sides, except no Germany, Austro-Hungarians, and fascist Turks, and communist Romania, actually, which probably eventually, I don't know how this has changed, I didn't look carefully enough. No, it's a decision. I can't see it here, but I think join the Comintern is actually, based on the UK. So that they have a decision to join the British Communist alternative and turn on the Central Powers, which unless Poland holds, they're doomed. Poland holds, it will create a sort of united front, and the Central Powers might get it, but I doubt it. Poland can't hold against the Soviets and the Central Powers. Unless Romania's treachery comes at exactly the right moment, it's very likely they'll get divided up, although they won't actually be war conferenced until France falls, which will happen eventually, because especially now that France is not combining their air force with the British, it's only a matter of time till northern Italy, the rest of it falls to the, which is actually controlled by Habsburg, but he's allied. He doesn't have enough communist support, but I guess when in a mutual war, it ignores the requirement. Maybe it was higher before, but I doubt it. But anyways, Venice will probably soon fall. Switzerland will eventually fall. They've already lost a little bit of core territory, it looks like, I think, or not this current moment. It goes back and forth. These two states, they sometimes lose core and then they regain it. Central Powers will probably then eventually pour through, this vulnerable part of the French border. France will fall. Poland will be officially puppeted or divided up between the Soviets and unless the United States. But that's world situation. I'm playing Syria. I'm currently justifying on Switzerland has a claim on the Rhone, on Marseille. Right. And France actually has cores on Occitania, which I think that would lead to bad relations with France. But yeah, anyways, Occitania is guaranteeing Lebanon. So you can see, which means when I declare on them, Occitania will join against me. They do have a sizable navy, a very sizable navy. Shoot, way bigger than I feared. Some air force. Whew. What, did they get all the ships that France is supposed to have? This is a larger navy than the French one by miles too. Oh, that's going to be a huge problem. I can kiss any supply to these divisions up here. Yeah, they're getting a supply from Madrid, not via ocean for whatever reason. Sending leads to Norway. And Karelia is trying to send me ships, but they're getting intercepted. Or no, they're trying to send me anti-air guns. Yeah, they're another Marxist power. Yeah, I don't know if they have the range to conduct a naval invasion. They might. They have some battleships in that fleet. They may be older. Depends how new. Eventually they might. They will, probably. They don't control. No, the island's there. If I'm not to be careful about bringing Spain into the faction. I mean, to the war against Occitania and Lebanon, because this would lead to French troops just pouring in through this little bit of the Pyrenees. Can't fortify the border for them or something. Nope. So, and they don't even have any divisions posted there. That's going to be a problem. I should probably send some more troops to Spain while I still can to help protect the Northwest against the repeated American, Swedish, Norwegian naval invasions here near Avedo. There's also just mountain, but they usually attack here in the forest. I could use at least one more division, and ideally 4 small divisions. That would maybe 5, double the port. 8 or 10 would be a really nice. I don't have anyone under training. How am I doing for? I got artillery pieces and support equipment, but I'm short rocket artillery. I probably should do. I could either partially train something with support artillery up to like 90%. That would the artillery crews be partially trained, or I could train and enlarge, and then you essentially bring completely green guys in. But I do need, let's see, 1/11th of the manpower is these guys, and I think I think even this gets 92%. Yeah, so this is more cost effective in terms of, well, time, not necessarily equipment. I trained some of these before, though, and I forgot about them. So I'm going to have to be careful about that. Wait. Shouldn't they be using basic equipment? I don't have enough basic to go all out on this. No advanced artillery or rocket. Artillery, please. Boom. That's what I got available for basic. Then I'll give them some of that as well. This division doesn't have full manpower either. Cancel the one that's got the infantry 1. Yeah, so let's keep a healthy 7.2k reserve for replacing losses up in Norway. And this will actually get more men, so it'll be less. Small number to replace losses. So if it's trending down, even as I add women to the workforce, then I can sorry, let's check in the chat here. Give me a second. On Twitch, yeah, if it's trending downwards, then there's the bot for removing bots. Bot that hunts other bots. Then I can end up canceling divisions or something. It gives me reaction time, but I have losses to replace here. These guys are both defending the coasts. These guys were exercising, so they actually have very low org. Ah, shoot. It was snowing when I saved, and when I reload, it's no longer snowing, so this battle is now going against this division. Barely holding on here. This guy could actually start planning now. Yeah, that's fine actually. I know it's there. Slowly losing ground here, and don't think there's much chance doing it with white and aluminum production. Pushing these guys out of the north of Estland, if anything, I'm getting pushed. So, I mean, you can see when using how many more divisions there are in their large, well-equipped American divisions. People probably think my division design doctrine using small divisions is bad or something. Actually, it's good for manpower efficiency, but I'm I'm pretty sure outnumbered in terms of sheer numbers of divisions, and these are bigger. And the whole point of smaller divisions is you have more of them, which I definitely don't have substantial more, so it's only a little more efficient than mainly because the extra support stuff in terms of manpower than large divisions, and it's cost more industry. It's about trading off industry for manpower efficiency because I'm a small nation with not much manpower. Anyways, so I might get a couple more divisions to Spain. I'm gonna have to send them green or just trained, not ready. Oh yeah, because I don't want to be calling allies in, and you can't call one puppet when the others aren't. Other faction members aren't at war for a reason. I found it bugged. I'm not going to be stationing troops here because I just won't call the Levantan Union into the war. So these guys who are, yeah, they're well equipped with rocket artillery and stuff, and no anti-air. Importantly, not wasting manpower in that right now. These guys don't even have rangers yet. Oh, I can give them that. They've already reached train status a while ago. You would forget that if I didn't look carefully. Don't have the extra rocket artillery to turn them into that other thing, but give them rangers for the moment. I have a reserve version of that for training. Oops. So this is adding essentially a ranger group to... Let's make sure they're at least getting placement equipment. Boom. Alright. What is these? Alright, so these guys... it's gonna be a heck of a problem trying to take down Lebanon. They're gonna fight fiercely. These guys are entrenched. They're all on the coast. They have anti-air. I don't really need, but there's no way to remove it without spending army XP, so... probably take this Plains province first. Should I? Then they'll be defending on better ground. If anything, I should take the mounds first. Yeah, that's a smarter move. These guys up here. This is my division with the medals and stuff. It's my best troops here. Actually want the worst troops in Damascus because they can hold easier. Am I? No, the central location. Thing. I'll put my worst troops down here. And put better ones up here. Hopefully the AI doesn't decide, oh, I know better than you. How to watch this closely. Heat that reloading can remove the weather cause problems like this. There. Looks like these guys are going to attack as well. Just realize this is supposed to be withdrawing, right? So yeah, they will pull out of this combat. Because they don't have enough divisions here. Is there anywhere I can pull a division or two from to help here? This. This is no longer reserve anything. So not normally the divisions attack with, but I'm afraid of... Oh, yeah, I'm afraid of pulling anything bigger than this one division. This guy may someday be a chief of the army. Go here. Or maybe mountains first. I need to... Yeah, take... That's all one province. Okay. Anyways, they can hang out there. Eventually I'll probably swap to Denmark, which actually... This... You can't see the focus, but this doesn't work correctly. You know, it doesn't affect the weekly balance of power, it's BUD. They're only gaining 0.2%, which was the base drift a day. So... I think it's actually affecting autonomy and subject autonomy instead of the balance of power. Because they seem to be gaining autonomy very quickly. I didn't check that. I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So, balance of power 53%. It's only going 0.2% a day up. Should be going up faster than that. By the way, whenever they do these strikes, it actually just gives more industry to the Overlord. It's actually harmful, except for getting more self-determination. Desire. They should be probably doing underground factories or resources to the Dunsky brigades. I'm going to have to get around to that. Them. This is dumb. Why does the AI do construction engineering when they're not building anything on that list? They're building a synthetic refinery. Are they serious? They're not... They don't have the tech for a synthetic refinery to be effective. Supposed to give them a tiny amount of oil. Let's see. This does help with infrastructure. And anti-air. If I put some of that stuff in for them, will they maybe do it? Maybe. They'll need infrastructure there sooner or later. Maybe they'll spend political power and industrial integration, whatever. Yeah, it's dumb. Plain and plain as these guys eventually, but... Yeah, it really has no idea what it's doing. To even have a prayer, they'll probably need a radar. This is their capital. Somewhere around here. To not require trains to supply. Research facility, 5.57. 0.33. Trying to see where the supply is already best. This is plains. This is forest. Usually forest. There's too many other stupid things on the map. I don't want to see steel to Tanatuva right now. Oh, this forest has the same efficiency? I don't know. But supply flow reduction means it's probably best put up where the airbase is, which actually makes sense roleplay-wise. Oh, wait, no. Because there'll be aircraft there someday. That would actually be bad. Wait, bad. Why do they have a division when no orders assigned? Just... Wow. The AI is stupid. Army group. Can assign someone. The ranger should actually be the guy in charge of, probably. So the AI doesn't bot. Well. Oops. I think they should have done offensive doctrine. That's probably the Yeah, I haven't changed hardly anything. Except queuing up a couple. Wait, I unpaused it for an hour? When? Alright, I'll just load Syria. Haven't changed much, except, yeah, sending divisions around, and changing templates, right? And, alright, and there was this stuff. Tag. Stuff, two of these. Do it all quicker than before. All this guy needs to do is hold. Cool. Boom. Show the nonsense that was going on with Denmark. Karelia is incredibly stupid. You should have an army group. This guy should be removed. You should take offensive doctrine. Can't take aggressive solar sets, no worry. Because this makes him roll better tactics, means actually in charge men. Should have a field marshal, probably, but this guy shouldn't have organization first, really. I think he started with the trait. So, level 2 guy with work first. They need to. Oh, they have this guy. Defensive doctrine. Presumably, if they're in a fight, they're just defending. So, there we go. And infrastructure. And they're in need of radar someday. Question is, who would they be fighting? Probably not the Soviets. If they're fighting the Soviets, they're doomed. Wait, why can't I just put it in the capital? Could, but that... I could. Stick the aerodynamics and avionics facility in the capital itself. Best supply. easier to defend in an emergency. The facility gets raided. It's not good. They'll need radar someday. If I lose to Syria, they may fall back. Boom. I talked about playing nations, even if they lose, and like even continuing Syria, but if you get forced democratic, you can't do much, and it's rather boring. So I'm just like, now play ideology instead, like any Marxist countries that exist on the map, keep it going. Little factions especially swap around. Northern Ireland is its own, which Ireland has a core on. Gosh, I was just watching a thing about that. There's still walls in Northern Ireland and still like hate crimes and racist marches, mainly by the Northern Irish. And I learned what Bloody Sunday, what the song was actually about. This march that was massacred, where British soldiers opened fire on a peaceful march. They get the song Sunday, but it's Sunday by U2. Sunday, but it's Sunday, and it's like the how long must we sing this song? It's a protest song, or a song of resistance. Ireland also historically sided with Palestine against actually the blacks and tans who were sent to Northern Ireland to suppress, and not even just Northern Ireland, I think. Was this before they got independence? I don't remember. But they committed like war crimes against humanity in Ireland, or Northern Ireland, and then they were sent to Palestine to commit crimes against humanity there, where they attacked both Jewish and Palestinian rebels. They were just like monsters who just killed people left and right. But there's a certain amount of solidarity there as a result of that, in particular, between Ireland and Palestine, even to this day. Looking at Lebanon while I say this. Palestine, which I proceeded to create a apparently Jewish-run... gross. To take advantage of the tax system. But hopefully if it's Leninist, which it is, they're not going to do ethnic cleansing, because Marxism is all about internationalism. It's even in focus there, which is rejecting nationalism, rejecting ethno-states, and focus on a nation above all else. Of course, historically, Stalin kind of co-opted that and added a lot more nationalism, to the point some people accused Stalin's Soviet Union of just being the Russian Empire with a red coat of paint, which actually one of the Norwegian focuses uses those exact words when for one that gives a war goal on them. But pre-Stalin especially, and the currents of socialism that survived in the Soviet Union actually came back after Stalin was dead, with Khrushchev de-Stalinization. Internationalism. Trotskyites embodied that, but they also embodied class collaboration with capitalists, which was a stupid idea of Trotsky's, like doing it on a limited basis and then turning all of Western Europe communist, and then having the revolution probably fail in Russia because that he anticipated it would, that the amount of resources that we acquired to turn Western Europe communist would cause the revolution to fail in the Soviet Union, and then Western Europe would march east and liberate the Soviet Union. This is actually literally the plot point of Red Tide mod in this game. Western Europe ends up communist and Soviet Union fails or never forms. It's literally like, what if Trotsky's world had happened, is the Red Tide mod. Yeah, but Stalin aside, internationalism is key, and neither Syria nor the Levantine Union is Stalinist. They're both Leninist. As is, I guess now, they finally have it that when you create a puppet, it matches your sub-ideology instead of just your major. So you don't get revisionism when you're you don't get anti-revisionism when you're Leninist or Stalinism when you're just generic Marxist or something for your puppets, or anarcho-communism. Like it'll match whatever you have, which is nice and should have been implemented earlier. But it's finally here. So, anyways, radar will be necessary if there's a long kind of war. Fortunately, the United States, those buggers are... Change the weather. Yeah, they're still losing. This time you rolled ambush. Might have a little more time to live than last 3 days instead of 2. Oh, now I have to pull these guys again. The holding force, I don't remember it being so brownish. I may have lost in a couple hours there. Oh well. Battle matters for the organizer thing. I'm planning overnight, but here, whatever. These guys are going to get driven either to Stavenger or east. I'll counterattack and yet again make them pay for carrying out a naval invasion. Let me say this, but oh yeah, they lost more men attacking Stavenger than I did. Pull out, reinforce here, but that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Oh, you know what I could do? Oop. Just saw this. Also, rigid cohesion, please. Boom. He'll get planning and he'll get organizer XP. The Ishin Ibi Folk, whatever. He's gonna be someday a commando specialist, military advisor. Another guy's gonna be chief of the army, so that slot in this to replace the, starting offense guy. This guy will be a defense chief of the army, which is actually better when attacking. Or he could do offense. He has the flexibility of being either offense or a defense chief, but he's going to be a chief of the army for sure. Offense is better when defending. Depends if I think I can mount a counterattack. I won't win the war without a successful counterattack, so probably won't win the war, period. I should do socialist education in these soon. They can benefit from the improved ruling party popularity and the research speed buff. But I'm trying to give up political power to potentially take over the faction if Norway just collapses in itself too quickly. Where is the button? Take over faction. 200 political power. I don't have nearly enough army yet, or factories. I still retain too many of their factories. They might not be able to do it before they... If I can't do it before they actually surrender, then it doesn't matter. I'm hanging on. I'll end up losing in peace conference. So the whole faction surrenders when they surrender right now. Even if I'm willing to carry on the war. Poland is called France into their war. I think that was just against the Soviets, but soon they'll be against the Central Powers. Okay, yeah, these guys decided to withdraw east. I think I could have controlled them to withdraw west by having them start withdrawing earlier, but they would have lost the fortification bonuses. There's actually more supply here, so this is probably better. Would have been ideal if they were here in this forest instead of this. Oh, this might get very cold. Yeah, it's got deep snow, which hurts organization again. So note, they chose the right place to go to. Boom. Should probably swap them to the mobile general at this point. Actually has less planning skill. Oh, righty then. That's interesting. Guess this guy just has higher attack.